What's going on, money lovers? Welcome back. Today came to my attention this company Virpax Pharmaceuticals, ticker symbol VRPX, up 300% today. Absolutely insane. So we're going to take a little dive under the hood and look at what's going on here. Now, this is a very small company, market cap of 76 million. This is barely even a company. I'm going to assume, I hope that this is outdated here with their company profile saying 2 full-time employees. Whew, oh boy. I'm assuming that's outdated, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that. But definitely a new company, biotech, so always be careful here. You know, a lot of these companies, it's a lottery ticket, it's a gamble. And a lot of it's going to come down to how far along their trials are, which we're going to look at. So real quick, we're going to run through the investor presentation, hit on some key points, and then look at their quarterly report. So their mission is to improve widely used and newly developed non-addictive pain medicines as well as neurological product candidates by optimizing our proprietary delivery systems. So obviously, pain, huge issue, and even bigger issue perhaps is the way we treat pain with opioids and stuff like that, and the complete crisis that has caused, and so many people's lives have been negatively impacted. So let's see, maybe Virpax is onto something good here and they have a possible solution. So their investment highlights here. Now this is something I just was talking about in my last video with that interview with Mike Gallagher, the founder of 25th Hour Ideas. Definitely check that out. Super interesting, knowledgeable guy. You should check out his podcast as well. But anyway, so their total addressable market, 20% of the US population suffers from chronic pain. All right, that's great and all, but it tells me nothing about this company. I could say that there's a huge market for diapers. It doesn't mean I'm going to sell any. Everyone's going to stick with Procter & Gamble. Let's continue. So there are 3 delivery systems. They've got, looks like a little nasal spray here, something you rub onto your skin, and an injection. So the first thing I'm curious about when I look at biotech and see these potential new treatments is how far along are they? So let's take a look. Whew, okay. All right, so their pipeline here looks like they have these 4 products in the works. Now they have not even reached phase 1 trials, folks. They're not even in phase 1 yet. They're still getting guidance from the FDA. There's no guarantee this even makes it through to phase 1, let alone through phase 2, 3, and then gets approval. So right off the bat here, this is very early on. The probability, the statistics are stacked against these biotech companies. It's very hard to get a drug to market because with each of these phases, even if it does make it to phase 1, it gets harder and harder with each phase. So the chances of them making it to the finish line, slim, and probably many years out, right? This is really a product that's just beginning. So again, they're going to keep talking about the market size here, 7 billion, but how much of that are they reaching right now? How much revenue? Probably zilch. And I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer. I'm just telling you from personal experience. I invest in a company called My Medicine. We talk about this all the time. Even with them, they're into phase 2, phase 3 trials now, and it's still years out. They really took off this year, went from 30 cents all the way up to $3 and a little higher, and it's kind of been very volatile since. They're far along. They're in phase 3, and they're still years away from, potentially coming to market. So just beware. This is a long-term investment, and the odds are definitely stacked against you. Now here, just looking at this chart, comparing their product, the epilaterm, compared to the Flector patch, which demonstrate comparable skin absorption. The Flector patch is made by the big boys. These are big pharma here that they're competing against. So even if it is slightly better, when you're making a brand new product, it's got to be a lot better than what's existing. It can't be comparable because people are going to stick with the brand name. So they just released their second quarter results. Let's take a look at this. So total current assets, they've got over 11 million, and total liabilities and stockholder equity of 11 million. Now, are they making any revenue? They've got a lot of expenses here. They're losing tons of money. Net loss of 2.3 million. Cash flows from operating activities. Net loss of 4.7 million, so they're losing more money than they were last year. And this is to be expected with biotech in the early stages. They're burning through money like there's no tomorrow. The only way that they can raise money is more funding rounds, share dilution. This is not something you probably want to be in as an investor in the early stages. I personally will wait for something like this to play out a little further, and even then, even like I said, once they reach phase 1, 2, 3, even if they get there, it's still a high risk with a low chance of success business. So there is no revenue coming into this company, which not surprising for a biotech company in the early stages. So while this company, may be onto something, and I like the mission, and I wish, I hope that they do succeed, but just realize you are not going to see profits, if ever, from this company. You're not going to make money, or they are not going to make money. You might make a little money in short-term volatility, but for this to become a sound business with an actual product that you can make a good amount of money off of, don't be surprised if this is 5-10 years out, if not more, for them to come to market, if they make it to market. Now other things can happen. They can get bought out by big pharma. That's always a possibility. But just be aware this is a very risky investment, all right? So proceed with caution. If you are looking to invest in it, only invest money that you are completely okay with losing, because I wouldn't be surprised if it tanks. And again, for something to go up this drastically in this short time period, 300% in one day, it's gonna come back down to earth. What goes up this quickly will come down. It may not be tomorrow, it might keep running up for a little bit, but don't be surprised if this loses 50% in the next couple weeks. So let me know what you think of Virpax Pharmaceuticals in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video today, if you learned something, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. This is Vinny from the Investment Club, and I'll see you next time.